This webinar aims to provide teachers with instructions and advice on how best to use the Primezone Academy online course entitled Grains, Paddock to Plate for Years 3 and 4 in their classrooms. The course consists of 7 online lessons plus an optional extension lesson, providing information on the paddock to plate process of growing wheat to make bread. Information is provided to students via a range of mediums such as text, images, videos and web links, and opportunities for hands-on learning tasks are presented in 4 lessons. Student learning can be assessed via interactive quizzes based on the course material and the completion of a learning journal, which allows students to document their learning from each lesson. The course can be completed across a time frame that suits the needs of the teacher and the class. It can be completed during class time or could be set as a home learning component of study to complement learning about food and fibre production. The course supports the Living World content in the New South Wales Stage 2 Science and Technology syllabus, in particular the focus question of how do we create food and fibre products from animals and plants, and the Year 3 and 4 Design and Technologies content in the Australian curriculum, particularly the outcome Investigate food and fibre production and food technologies used in modern and traditional societies. Additionally, lessons support outcomes from the English, PDHPE and Health and Physical Education syllabuses. The course aims to give students an understanding of how wheat is grown in Australia, the processes involved in turning wheat into bread, and the nutritional benefits of eating whole wheat products. Additionally, it is hoped that by using the course, students will gain skills in navigating online learning tools, recording and reflecting on their learning, and participating in hands-on learning tasks. If access to multiple devices with internet connectivity is a limiting factor within the classroom, teachers may choose to visit the Primezone website at www.primezone.edu.au. Once on this website, teachers can use the search function to type in a keyword, and search for the appropriate course. Teachers can use the link provided to download a printable PDF version of the course material. If, however, there is access to multiple devices with internet connectivity, teachers and students can create their own Primezone Academy accounts by visiting www.primezoneacademy.edu.au. Accounts can be created by clicking on Sign In and create a new account. Using the online course via Primezone Academy will allow students to individually interact with the course materials on their device, connect to the relevant links provided in the lessons, participate in interactive quizzes, and download the learning journal to complete digitally. Once enrolment in the course is complete, the introduction provides important information for both students and teachers. In the Student Instructions section, students can access a copy of the Learning Journal, an assessment component of the course. The Learning Journal can be downloaded and saved onto a device, allowing students to type responses and save their changes as they go. Alternatively, once downloaded, it can be printed for students to write their responses by hand. The Teacher Instructions section provides important information regarding links for each lesson to both the New South Wales and Australian curriculums, and a list of materials needed for each of the hands-on learning tasks. All materials are low cost and should be able to be found easily in a grocery, nursery or hardware store. Lesson content can be found under the heading Paddock to Plate Activities. Lesson 1, What are Grains?, gives students background information about the types of grains grown in Australia, the foods we eat that are made from grains, and the nutritional benefits of grain-based foods. The Learning Journal task requires students to conduct research on the different grain crops grown in Australia and create a meal plan for a student of their age based on nutritional recommendations. A multiple choice quiz follows this lesson. Students will need to get 80% of their answers correct in order to progress to the next lesson. Lesson 2, Planting Seeds, investigates the part of a wheat seed and the processes involved in planting wheat seeds on farms. The hands-on learning task for this lesson allows students to plant their own wheat seeds in plastic cups and monitor its growth over time. The seed diary activity in the Learning Journal can be revisited in subsequent weeks as changes in the wheat seeds are observed and documented. Lesson 3, Growing Healthy Crops, takes a closer look at the different factors influencing the growth of a wheat crop once planted, including weather conditions, pests and weeds, and nutrition. Students can learn more about the importance of soil nutrition by reading the Enviro story entitled Finding a Soil Solution, written by students from Narrabri Public School in regional New South Wales. Assessment of this lesson will be a Learning Journal activity requiring students to research weather conditions in their local area and the 8-question Grain Quiz 2. Lesson 4, Harvesting the Wheat, investigates the processes involved in harvesting, storing and transporting wheat. Students can watch a video to learn more about harvest time on a farm. They will be asked to complete a wheat seasonal diary in their Learning Journal and complete a quiz based on the knowledge they have learned. Lesson 5, Turning Wheat into Bread, looks at the process of milling wheat to turn it into flour, which is then used to make bread. Students look at traditional methods of milling grains and compare it to the technologies available today in Australian flour mills by viewing a range of videos. In the hands-on learning task for this lesson, students have the opportunity to mill grains by hand to reflect on the transformation of grains into flour. Lesson 6, Why Eat Whole Wheat, investigates the difference between whole wheat bread and white bread and the nutritional benefits of eating whole wheat products. The hands-on learning task involves conducting an experiment to simulate the digestion process of how our bodies digest whole wheat bread compared with white bread. Students record information about their findings in the Learning Journal. Based on what they have learned in Lesson 6, students are asked in Lesson 7, Promoting Whole Wheat Products, to create a persuasive text encouraging students to include more whole grain foods in their diets. Planning for their text can take place in their Learning Journal, and their finished product may take a variety of forms, including poster, speech, advertisement, or written argument. The optional extension lesson provides a series of recipes using whole wheat flour that students may choose to make if appropriate facilities are available at the school. Please read the Important Factors to Consider section regarding food allergies and intolerances and hygiene issues related to making food with students before engaging with this extension activity. We hope this course provides teachers and students with a user-friendly learning tool to support your food and fibre lessons. You can email ceo@pyfar.edu.au with any further questions.